know the Bears Stadium up here, baby.
On the right.
Oh, is that new?
Where it's kind of out a little bit.
It's remodeled.
Oh, it's remodeled. Okay, because I was going to say Soldier Field, and I don't remember it looking like that. All right, guys, this is Soldier Field. We just landed in Chicago, and we are passing by one of the staples of Chicago, Soldier Field. Oh, you can tell on the other side of it, though, the old portion of it.
See, all this is the old part right here. See how they get the Coliseum?
Yeah. Hey, nice. It's a Soldier Field right here. It's a beaut. I'm excited. It's gonna be fun. This is definitely gonna be fun. Okay, so we're at Wild Berries right now, and oh my God, look at this masterpiece they gave us. Thank you so much. This masterpiece of a white chocolate. Wait, white chocolate. Wait, what is it?
White chocolate frappuccino. With
white chocolate frappuccino with caramel drizzle, and it tastes delicious. Yes, it is. Birthday girl. Boop, 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 boop. Man, we about to turn up, turn up, turn up, turn up, turn up. Oh, sorry, sir. How you doing? What's it by?
Josh Stone.
Yeah, I see you looked at the dash. Huh? We can let our seats back? Oh, y'all know the
Dave, can you
for your
it's at the bottom.
GPS.
You need to.
what?
Okay.
I was stepping on you?
About she's straight.
Oh, my bad. Oh.
Oh, it show you where the police at?
So, hey, I'm proud of it though.
No, he
uses Waze on his phone.
He uses Waze for his
GPS.
GPS.
So he can make sure that we don't get stopped when he starts speeding. All right, guys. So now we're at the Obama House in Chicago. Do not enter this area on foot or by vehicle.
Take a picture of me.
You're not in Secret Service. Lord. Okay. I'm videotaping you, but I'll stop and take a picture of you real quick. All right. This is what we got, guys. Old fashioned and the rum punch. Yours is spicy, right? I mean, yours is strong, Andrea?
Yeah.
I called you Rhyielle.
Yeah,
Man, this is love right here, boy. We're at Ja. What's this called? Ja what?
Ja Grill.
Ja Grill.
And in like a few seconds, it's just gonna be J Grill.
J boy.
Yeah, that is.
I don't know how you feel this.
No, you.
Oh, here come the wings. Right there. And I got the jerk. Appreciate it, Bob. So that's jerk wings and that's honey wings. Looking all glistening. Yeah, come on.
It's stronger than I'm used to, but
Let me taste yours, babe. Right there.
Thank you, driver.
Look at that, people. Honor all who serve. That's a beautiful skyline, actually.
Thank
God,
you.
dog.
Can you take a picture now, Mr. Driver?
What you mean you can't tell? I can clearly see it.
Drivers yes, we've had some.
Because I'm black.
Well, we had some black ones too now.
Some black ones that was rude.
And was speeding and hitting brakes and.
You are really one of a kind. That Russian man, he was.
Yeah, we had a Russian. He was, yeah. I think he farted too, but
also because you black.
he kept the window down.
So what you think of? Have you ever been to R. Kelly's house?
R. Kelly, oh Lord, Jesus! You had to drop out somebody at R. Kelly's house?
I'm just saying.
He got in 7 big trouble.
Yeah.
He did, didn't he?
Black people too, they didn't have.
Nah.
So where is the compound?
I mean, we supported them for like 25 years.
Isn't the compound like on the south side?
To
The driver got the keys to the truck. Baby. Tonight. Hey. Drive by. You gotta get your groove on. Before you don't get ready. So chill off the rock, man. Throw your hands up and lift up all day. Woo! This is how we do it. This is how we do it.
We just sold out all the seats.
American boy. Hey guys, we just
Give me a chance like
fair
she
down.
gave you.
I like the hustle. I like the hustle.
Give me a chance like she gave you.
This is beautiful.
Oh, this big brother.
I want to stay at the Omni right there next time.
She said,
I don't know.
Here, where are y'all?
Who? Oh, Crystal.
Yeah, let me get a picture.
They where?
Garden Inn.
They said they where?
I guess they're like at the
It's a
hotel.
great looks here.
Yeah. Hey, I saw the Cheesecake Factory too. Look, they got Starbucks right there.
We have to go across the street.
They got Starbucks right there. Where? Right there by Hyatt Century.
So, but it's not a
And then they got the Reserve Roastery here.
I don't think we can go in.
No, everybody walking by because if we could, we
So
would.
you mean to tell me that that's gonna be just straight coffee in there?
That's what it looked like.
They're gonna have drinks and stuff.
They probably have apparel.
Yeah. They filming. Oh my God! What is this? Hold on. What is he about to do? Run across the street? They doing some kind of YouTube video or something. And then they got peanuts down here. So the squirrel gonna go to the peanuts.
Oh, is he gonna dance or something?
He get ready to do something across the street. Oh, they gotta start over. Is this for a YouTube video?
Yeah, he's gonna be a rich rock star one day.
Oh, he's a singer.
Yeah.
Okay, what's his channel?
I don't know yet. I think this is like debut right
Oh,
here.
this is debut. Okay. And he's going to the nuts right here.
Yep.
We got nuts over here.
Y'all want to go
That's
and
cool.
go straight to
What's his name?
Sterling.
Sterling?
Yeah.
Okay. And he does rock music. So that's his song that you were playing on.
Yeah, this is his first song.
Okay.
Ever.
Do y'all have a
Oh, ever?
Well, I mean, you know,
yeah. First
I think
video.
it's in his 30s, so he might have a couple.
That's a nice gimbal.
This is the new one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a smaller and a little cheaper too, actually.
Oh, really? Okay. Here they go. Yeah, his name is Sterling. He's doing this for a video. I don't know why he keeps starting so late, though. That's kind of cool, with the people walking through. Oh, geez, the car almost hit him. This is,
I think Rush is the next.
where we going?
To go to their hotel is
Oh, where's their hotel again?
0.2 miles.
Hyatt?
The Garden Inn.
We passed it.
It says Hotel
Oh, this is good.
Hey! Hey! All right, Sterling. I'm being in this music video. Yeah. Yeah, his name is Sterling.
Sterling?
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, this is 2000s, right? Oh gosh, that's hilarious.
Did you get his channel information?
Sterling, I don't think he has a channel.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm thinking of.
Oh god. All right, guys. So we're on our way to Giordano's Pizza. We're being led by Andrea. Ooh, the lighting is bad. There we go. We got a coffee shop called Sunny Side Up. You ready to eat, man? Yeah. You so hungry?
Ooh, I won't say that.
We've been walking.
CBD
CBD where?
Well, what's funny is your math works better than ours. Remember, we tried to use the walking thing.
Oh boy, yeah, that was terrible.
We walked.
Y'all took us straight through the hood, 20 blocks that way. You've been feeling biking since I brought it up. I should have never said there was some bikes at the barbershop. What ain't? What's not far from our hotel?
I was saying we could bike tomorrow. The Jordan store.
Oh, the Jordan store.
I thought it was.
But is there another bike place to put the bikes?
I don't know. I'm a fly-by girl. So, you see?
You just go with it?
I just go with it.
Yeah.
I don't really have a lot of plans.
Yeah, before you swipe. Because once they got our information, they gonna charge us for them bikes. Okay, Giordano's. Here we are.
Yeah, we are.
All right. Walking into Giordano's. Walking into Giordano's. Ladies. Yeah, all the ladies. Okay, thanks. How you go? Thank you. Keep it on.
You guys are you guys basketball fans by chance? Or
Yeah.
we just saw James Harden.
For real?
No kidding. My son's better.
He was walking down the street?
We were just in the lobby of the hotel right there, and it was Harden and then a couple other guys.
Oh, really? Oh, which hotel?
The Peninsula right there.
Oh, the Peninsula? Okay.
Oh, nice.
I mean,
And seeing him in person, you're just like, oh my gosh.
because you know what's amazing is I know it's silly to say he's tall, but
Yeah, he's tall.
He's not just
And he's big.
He's big.
Yeah, he's
but on
a
the
big.
basketball court, they all, it's
He looks small,
they all
yeah.
look. You forget.
That's how it is. Yep.
I mean, he's
Paul Pierce is kind of big too. I met him. A couple people.
really cool.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty dope.
We didn't see Russell. There's a couple other ones that I didn't recognize. I didn't see Russell.
Andrea, y'all going upstairs? Oh. Take it easy.
Oh.
What?
Oh, so they playing.
Yeah.
They playing,
Chicago.
yeah. So it's probably a bunch of them.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The whole squad. The whole squad.
It's like, wait, stay out.
Excuses. She went to the restaurant. Alright guys, so we are now finished at Giordano's. Our tab was a cool $68, but it was worth it. Oh, sorry. You too, brother. Almost left a little bag. Alright, so I'm waiting on Andrea right now. I don't know why my gimbal keeps going off on its own little tangent. But I'm trying to learn this thing. Alright, see y'all there. So we're gonna meet up. We're gonna go on a boat ride right now. Waiting for Andrea to pull up so we can go get in the Uber. And then we'll be on our way. Oh, here she is. Where'd you go?
Okay.
The one right there? But you walked all the way around that way? So, we're getting ready to go. We were waiting on us. I have no idea why the camera keeps switching. Alright, so back to Chicago to see the rest of the magnificent, well, I don't know if this is the Magnificent Mile or the lake. The actual, thank you, JP. This is the actual pier or lake. Okay, we're down there in the green Ford Explorer. And we will be on our way. From there.
When we got home, we're gonna eat the pie.
So yeah. Here we go. Time to roll. It's a little tight. Alright. Oops. Alright. Yeah. Alright, we in. See y'all at the pier.
Huh? It's not the pier, it's the river.
The river? Oh. Yeah. See y'all at the river. The River Jordan. With baby Jesus.
That's where he said he sing James Horton.
Oh. No, wait. I thought he said the peninsula.
Yeah, right there.
That's the peninsula?
Yeah.
Oh. That was a hotel?
What you talking about is the Pinnacle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Who is that? Do you know who this is?
Park Hyatt.
Oh, you're not friends with her. I saw Andrea. That's Andrea Pelton.
Okay.
Andrea Pelton.
I was like, it's one of your people, baby.
Rockets are playing the Bulls tonight, and a guy said that he saw James Harden and them in the lobby of the Pinnacle.
Friends with her, but all your family members are.
What was the name of the hotel? The Peninsula Hotel.
Oh,
so obviously that's where the players stay.
What she look like?
Or some of the players. So if the Rockets are in town, y'all go check out the Peninsula Hotel. That's where they'll be. Secrets released.
That's what you call it.
Never.
It's my
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Hold on.
It's all good.
Hold on. How far are we?
Get your phone.
The hotel's right here. So.
Oh, we can walk.
Yeah.
But then we walk there and walk back. We definitely not gonna have
No, but
time.
that's what I'm saying. It's now or never. We can do this in the park.
Oh, is it not right here?
Yeah,
it's
it
down.
is right here, but it's like you go up.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna take a few minutes.
Like where that bus is. So we went there and then went upstairs and then went to the room and then come back down and walk back here. We might be pushing
But
it.
Duran, did you bring
The battery?
With the extended battery?
Yeah, all you need is your regular charger. Cable.
So like this, you just need to bring your charger cord and plug it in.
Well, yeah, I think I can make it. Y'all want to stay here and wait on them and us we to go?
Sure.
No?
Oh.
Or we can. I don't know.
Where's the hotel?
Right there.
Where we at?
Like
You want me to run and go get it?
Like where the bus is.
You want me to run and go get it? You want me to run and go get it? Where? Okay, now where the hotel? I don't know where the hotel is.
I go with you.
Y'all two going?
I go with him.
Like, that's my only hesitation about him going solo.
Yeah, I go with him. I mean, I wouldn't let him go by himself anyway.
Okay,
but,
well, yeah, go.
I guess we could, yeah. I was trying not to say nothing. I almost snapped that baby thing. Boom! That baby said, I'm gonna hop about the chair. Golly. That fella did no saving justice to that baby. Tell you what, this is definitely a beautiful little sight right here. Never expected it to look like this. Chicago downtown, darn, it probably look better than Dallas. To be honest.
Yeah, my sense of direction is horrible.
For real? I'm surprised.
I don't get scared. I just figure it
You
out.
just figure it out, yeah, because that's how we do.
And she be like,
She too leery of that.
You'll never make it.
Never make it back.
Football team.
How you doing?
Trying to go home.
No cash, brother.
Okay.
Thank you. You too, man. Have a blessing. Oh, they got Amazon Go right there. What's that?
Oh, you can go there by yourself.
Oh. Look at that. I don't see them down there.
Well, no, they haven't went down yet.
Oh, okay.
They still up.
Oh, okay. You see it? Okay. Oh, yeah, okay. Cool.
Over this way. Ready or get the first. Ready?
There go the missus. There go the missus.
They haven't made it yet.
We can't
Crystal and
find
JP?
her.
Oh,
Oh,
Lord.
but are they here?
Have y'all talked to him?
Well, yeah, it's kind of like the
I
direction
told
you
her,
gave me. That
yeah.
doesn't make no sense to us.
Yeah.
Him or me. Where we were supposed to be dropped off.
For real?
All right.
I don't know where they are.
Sorry, guys.
Okay, so we getting ready to go on the boat. Uh-oh. Yeah. That's what I was thinking. But I think Andrea would have saw him by now. Because they can only be so far. The IDs? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Crystal!
We could just hold them for seats. Yeah.
Like skip a seat.
They're not even at the takes, right?
No, but they never do.
Y'all call them?
No, I don't like talking on the phone.
See, that's why I can't do the texting thing when it's an emergency situation. I can't do it.
But what's funny is when you are in emergency, you know, you just pick your phone up and call me.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I never do. I'm like, oh, I guess I could have called you.
Yeah.
Like, I came to your house and I text you. You didn't answer the door. Just trying to do right.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what he doing though.
I'm about to grab her hand in a minute and we all gonna be.
We're gonna all skip the line. Wow. Okay, that's what we do, huh? All right.
7 minutes, the captain. He's going to come out and give the safety speech. My name, Kenneth. I'll be your tour guide for the next 75 minutes on this architecture tour. Now, if you do want to head downstairs, you can use the stairway in the back or the 2 here in the front. I'll pick this mic back up in about 10 minutes when we're set to leave.
Yeah, it feels like it's getting warm over here.
Bertrand Goldberg. Now, he did not agree with that less is more philosophy. He believes as there are no right angles in nature, there should be none in architecture.
That's not what?
We are not going to find any right angles in the 2 buildings here. Now, when Bertrand Goldberg was going to construct these 2 buildings, Mies van der Rohe called him and he asked, "Are you seriously going to put these 2 buildings up next to mine?" He replied, "Yes." And this was the last they ever spoke to each other. Now, when you walk into your apartment here, it is extremely narrow, widens as you walk throughout the apartment, shaped so like a piece of pie or pizza. When the buildings first opened, they were thought to be a city within a city, having their own ice skating rink, bowling alley, movie theater, grocery store, even the private marina that we're passing here. If you have ever seen the films, The Blues Brothers and Steve McQueen's last film, The Hunter, they were filmed there. That 1979 and 1914. Now, the building is sheathed in that red brick. At the top, you will find some terracotta ornamentation of wheat. Now, if you're looking at the building completely, it does look asymmetrical. This was not always the case. You see, they needed to knock out one of the west side bays here to make room for the expansion of the LaSalle Street Bridge. Now, the building was originally home to a warehouse, now home to 2 restaurants, condominium office space, whirlpool, and Encyclopedia Britannica. Now, if there are any engineers on board, the next building, it is an engineering masterpiece. Now, this is 300 North LaSalle, completed by Picard and Chilton back in 2009. This is a LEED certified building. LEED stands for Leadership in Energy and Environmental Design. This building here, it holds a platinum rating. That is the highest award that the building can achieve. Basically like winning an Academy Award for a building. Now, it also has a green roof, which mitigates rainfall, has plants, trees, and vegetations. Chicago has more green buildings than any other city in the United States. Now, you are not going to be able to miss the massive structure after the bridge here. This is our merchandise mart, completed back in 1931 by Graham Anderson Popes and White. Now, the building is designed in the Art Deco style of architecture. Art Deco buildings typically have the geometrical ornamentations, vertical lines working your eyes up, and set back to the top. Now, this was the largest concrete structure in the world when it opened. Today, it's only second to what building? The Pentagon is correct. The building sits on 5 city blocks. It is 4.25 million square feet of space. Up into the year 1996, the building had its own zip code. Now, it was originally used to consolidate 14 of Marshall Field's warehouses, now home to over 500 showrooms for accessory inventory and furniture wholesale. Now, the building, it did sell to the Kennedy family back in 1945 for about $13 million in back taxes. In the year 1998, the Kennedy family sold that building for $575 million. They would decide to keep the land in front of us to the right here. This is known as Wolf Point, and they are developing it at the moment. They have Wolf Point West already completed. It is 570 feet tall. Wolf Point East is being constructed as we speak, will be 750 feet tall. Wolf Point South will be the tallest at 950 feet tall. Now, Wolf Point is also a very historic and important place for Chicagoans, because here, this is what we have our first drugstore, church, bridge to cross the Chicago River, and tavern. Now, it's also where we get our name, Chicago. Now, the locals, they were in a tavern and they raised a tinker. what are we going to call this place? Well, they came up with the name Chicago based off the words they heard the natives using. Chicago. They just did not know that that translated into wild smelly onions. Now, as we begin to make our turn into the north branch of the river, I do want to give you all a heads up. This will be the only portion of the tour today where we're going to be ping-ponging from the left side of the boat to the right side of the boat, so please bear with me.
If you could just live downtown in Chicago, you'd be all right. You say something?
Now, I want to start you off with the white building in front of us to the left here. This is Residence at Riverbend, completed by James DeStefano back in 2001. Now, Mr. DeStefano did something very unique with this building here. He put every apartment and townhome on the east side of it. This is because he wanted everyone here to have an unobstructed view down the main branch of the Chicago River. But if you're looking to our right, you'll notice that Will Point West is not blocking their view. Now, I would never make fun of anyone's misfortune, but they did try to sue so that Will Point West would not be constructed. Well, as you can see today, you do not sue the Kennedy family and win. Now, when this building first opened, parking spots were going for about $40,000. They do not even park their own cars. The ramps are too narrow. They have to drop their keys off to a valet who parks their cars for them. Now, the red brick building in front of us to the left, this is the Fulton House, completed by Frank D. Abbott back in 1908. It was an old cold storage warehouse, utilized for milk, butter, and eggs. It was renovated by Harry Wees back in the 1980s. He needed to allow the building to de-thaw for about 18 months. He took out over 500 truckloads of horsehair from the building. It was insulated with cork and horsehair. Looking alongside the building, you may notice the starfish in the porthole windows. Harry Wees, he loved the maritime theme. He loved to sail. This is also evident in the cottages that he designed here. These are the Chicago River cottages, completed by Harry Wees back in 1988. You can notice the use of the triangles, the porthole windows, how these units sort of resemble a sailboat. It's home to 2 4-story and 2 6-story units that all come with their own private marinas. And get this, up until last year, they were all owned by their original owners. I believe that the one unit sold for about $2.3 million. And just last year in September, I did have the original owners on my boat. They said that they were forced to sell because the unit caught on fire. To your right, you'll find an upscale fitness facility known as the East Bank Club, completed by Ezra Gordon and Levitt back in 1979. Now, everything that we are seeing here today would not be here back in 1979. Not the trees, not the ivies, not the seawalls, not even the windows alongside the building. Now, this is because the Chicago River was so dirty, we turned our backs on it. No one wanted to live alongside the Chicago River. But famous people who have worked out here, Scottie Pippen, Michael Jordan, Oprah Winfrey, and former President Barack Obama. Now, joining me back off into the left side of the boat here, you'll find a beautiful promenade home to a gorgeous community here in the city of Chicago known as Kinsey Park. Now, Kinsey Park was completed by George Papa George and Hames back in 2002. It's home to 70 townhomes, all designed to look like European row houses. Now, the most interesting fact about Kinsey Park here is that before ground was even broken, before these townhomes were even completed, they all sold for $1.2 million. Now, they all come with their own rooftop terrace, a balcony, a patio, and this beautiful promenade here that we are seeing. Now, Kinsey Park, it is a gated community, but during the day, it's open to the public. You just have to let the gatekeeper know that you're going to be on the property. Now, I also originally mentioned that back in 2002, before these townhomes were even completed, they all sold for $1.2 million. Well, some today are reselling for about $3 or $4 million. Question, are we smelling chocolate?
Yes, absolutely.
Now, this is the Blommer's Chocolate Facility a few blocks west of here. That is free smell, 0 calories. Now, once we pass the bridge here we're going to be staying off to the right side of the boat for the rest of the tour. Now, this red brick building, this is known as the Riverbank Lofts, completed by Nimmons and Fellow back in 1909. The building is a great example of adaptive reuse. Adaptive reuse is when you take a building that had a previous use and you give it another use. Now, this used to be a printing warehouse, now home to what are known as soft lofts. Soft lofts are lofts that have an open floor plan. You'll have an enclosed bathroom, some exposed brickwork, ductwork, drywall, vents, things like that. If you happen to have a loft here on the first 2 floors, you may have up to 4 fireplaces. The parking garage that we just passed, it was added onto the building when it was being renovated. Now, once we pass this Ohio Street Bridge here in the building off and to the right, we are going to find 2 buildings that you will swear to me, Kenneth, these buildings look structurally unfinished. but I promised you that these two buildings, they are structurally finished. This is just the style of architecture that the buildings are designed in. Coming up to your right, you'll find Kingsbury and Erie on the Park, completed by Lucien Lagrange back in 2002. Now, they're designed in the European industrial style of architecture, which allows for them to have that exposed steel that makes them look structurally unfinished. Now, it also allows for the penthouse to have a beautiful rooftop terrace. Unfortunately, these are the only two buildings like this alongside the Chicago River, so this style of architecture, it did not pick up here in the city of Chicago. Now, the park to our right, this is Montgomery Park. Originally, this was a 1-acre park. Due to the influx of people wanting to live on the Chicago River, has been expanded to a 4-acre park. Do not miss the building out there in the distance with the blue glass and the 4 concrete corners. This is known as the Montgomery, former office building for Montgomery Ward. Anyone on the boat today remember Montgomery Ward? Now, for all of the children on the boat today who do not remember Montgomery Ward, he was a major catalog baron in the 19th century. Essentially, he was Amazon before Amazon. You just got everything that you wanted out of these thick catalog books. But get this, kids, you had to do something extremely terrifying. You had to get on the phone and talk to a live human being. Terrifying, I know. Now, we're deeply indebted to Mr. Ward because he saved Chicago's front yard, which is today Grant Park. He is the reason why we have over 26 miles of uninterrupted lakefront access. Go back to the building. Now, it was completed back in 1971 by architect Minoru Yamasaki. This is the same architect who designed the World Trade Centers in New York City. Interesting fact about those buildings, they had 0 corner offices. Neither does the Montgomery. Now, this is because when Montgomery Ward was alive, he believed that none of his workers should think that one is better than the next. So to honor him and pay homage to his legacy, they built that building, the Montgomery, with 0 corner offices. The 4 concrete corners that we saw were all of the foundations for that building. Now, the white building in front of us with the black balconies, this is One River Place, completed by William Macaulay back in 1930. The building is another great example of that Art Deco style of architecture. You can note the geometrical ornamentation and those soft vertical lines. The building is also another great example of adaptive reuse. A key indicator that lets you know a building is a great example of adaptive reuse, the balconies. You can tell that these balconies were not originally alongside the building. Now, this was the original office building for Montgomery Ward, has been converted into residences. Now, the massive building in front of us to the right, this is known as a domain, completed by Smith, Garden, and Martin back in 1908. Now, this was the original warehouse for Montgomery Ward. It's about 1.25 million square feet of space, heavily influenced by that prairie style of architecture by Frank Lloyd Wright. Now, we will not find any of his buildings on the tour today. Just wanted to let you know that it's influenced by that prairie style of architecture that typically uses the horizontal lines. Now, the building was renovated by Papa George and Hames. When he went to renovate the building, he found over 250 pairs of roller skates in the basement. Why? Well, this is because Montgomery Ward wanted his workers filling out orders quickly and efficiently. So he had them roller skating up and down the corridors, filling out orders. Now, in front of us here, probably the only man-made island here in the city of Chicago, formerly known as Ogden Island, now known as Goose Island, gets its name Ogden in honor of our first mayor, William B. Ogden. He drugs this island to excavate clay for his brick company that he owned. It did not get the famous name Goose Island until Irish immigrants were seen here raising geese. Now, as we're beginning to make our turn, in front of us to the left here, this area, this will be known as the River District. You see, if you come back to the city of Chicago in a few years, you are not going to be able to recognize it. We plan on adding about 4 or 5 new buildings here. Once we make our way out to see Chicago skyline, you're going to notice that we do have a few cranes up. We have about 50 skyscrapers under construction right now. By the year 2030, we plan to be able to swim in the Chicago River again. You see, we have made huge strides with this river. You see, this river, it used to be really, 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 really dirty. Today, the river is only really dirty. Now, if you look to our right, you'll find the sign that says Chicago Tribune. This is the Chicago Tribune Freedom Center. This is where they print their paper. Now, the building is home to 10 Goss Metroliner presses. Each press is so massive, it has to have its own foundation. Each press prints about 70,000 papers per hour, and we are in the age of technology. So to consolidate for those sales, they also print their competitors, the Sun-Times, and the Midwest version of the Wall Street Journal. Now, we've made our turn and we've begun to head south, so we're going to see a ton of buildings that we've already seen and talked about. So now would be a good time for you to head downstairs, take a break, visit the restroom, or just get a break from my face. I won't be offended. We're just going to go over a little bit of Chicago's history till we make our way back to the main branch. Don't worry if you do head downstairs. You should still be able to hear my voice. You can hear me everywhere alongside the boat today. You can even hear me in the bathrooms. That's creepy. Now we're just going to go over a little bit of Chicago's history until we make our way back to the main branch. The Chicago River. You'll get a chance to see why the residents have ever been here, why they fought so hard to have Wolf Point West now be constructed. You're also going to get a chance to see how massive the merchandise mart looks. Remember, the building sits on 5 city blocks. It is home to over 8 miles of corridors, had its own zip code for over 60 years. Now, I do just love this photo down the main branch of the Chicago River. You can get Chicago's architecture. Now, I don't believe you're going to find a city as beautiful as Chicago architecturally, in my opinion. All right, once you're done taking your photo, you can join me back off into our direct right. This beautiful glass structure, this is River Point. The building opened 2 years ago in 2017. This is another LEED certified building, certified gold, made of about 55% recycled materials. Now, it's home to the Morton Salt, sits on about 2.5 acres of land, and I call it the Hot Pocket Building. Now, you may have noticed that the building in front of us here, that it looks like it's been built upside down. This is 150 North Riverside, completed by Getson Partners, and they are not showing off of the architecture of this building here. You see, it has to be built this way. It's built over active switching tracks. They were not working with a lot of land here. Now, if you take your cameras out and you look up, you can take a photo of yourself in the
I was just saying that one looked purple.
That's
but
pretty
yeah,
neat.
he's talking about this one.
Now, to give you an idea as to how narrow the base of this building is, it's about 40 feet wide. This is as wide as the boat that we are on here today. Now, the building, it does get wider as it goes to the top. There is also something very unique at the top of the building that we cannot see. It is something known as a mass damper system. Essentially, it is a giant tank that contains about 160,000 gallons of water. It is dealt with the swing of the building when it wants to be blown by the wind. You see, the building is built like a tuning fork. So when it wants to be blown east by the wind, 160,000 gallons of water goes to the west end of the building. This is all computer automated. To your right, 100 North Riverside. Now, the building is home to the Boeing headquarters, which is home to a Boeing store for all of your Boeing needs. Now, it's a 36-story building built with a 13-story lower half, completed by Perkins & Will back in the year 1990. But what I want to draw your attention to here is the 5 vertical beams on the east side of the lower half here. Now, those beams, they're what keeps this east side structurally supported. Now, once we pass the bridge here, this will be one of the few times during the tour today when I'm going to ask for you to turn around. This is because you're going to find that the south and west side corners of that lower half, they are not being supported by any beams. Now, they're being supported by these white X braces at the top, which are known as trusses. Now, to give you an idea as to how these trusses are essentially working, you can think about the way that I'm holding this water bottle in my hand, basically holding it or suspending it in midair. Essentially, this is how those trusses are working, holding those lower corners in midair. To your right, you're going to find Q North Riverside Plaza, completed by Halliburton Rue back in 1929, one of the first buildings erected over the rail system. Now, the building was used as a concert venue and up into the year 1971, home to the Daily News printing press. It is now home to one of our Wendella water taxi stops. You get a free one-way ticket to Union Ogilvie with your boat ticket today. Now, the next few buildings that we will talk about, they are all completed by the architecture firm Skidmore, Owings & Merrill. In the first 2 buildings, Gateway Centers 1 and 2 here, they're with principal architect Bruce Graham. Same architect who designed the Sears of Willis Tower in the former John Hancock Center. Now these two buildings, they are twinned, 22 stories in the international style of architecture. He is paying homage to Mies van der Rohe. Now he also did something very unique with the land here. He left no wall. He wanted you to be able to see the Metro and the Amtrak trains going in and out of the stations. Now the Metro trains, they take you to our surrounding suburbs. Amtrak trains, other cities in the United States. Now I know exactly what you're thinking. Since there is no wall here, and these trains, they are constantly going in and out of the stations, it must be terrible to work in these two buildings, right? Well, the architect, he took this into consideration. These buildings, they are sound and vibration proof. We are smelling zero diesel fumes. At the base of these buildings, there are vents that sucks up those fumes and spits it out the top of the buildings. It's genius. Now, in front of the boat to the right, the building clad in white here, this is the former Gateway Center 3, now known as the Fifth Third Center. The original plan for this building here was for it to look like previous Gateway Centers 1 and 2. Not approved by the city of Chicago because we were tired of having these boring buildings be built alongside the Chicago River. So we made them change their design. The building is now precast white panel aluminum. It's a 40-story building, and it is not important. Not as important as the building directly south of it here with the black X bracings. We're going to get a chance to see it once we pass the bridge here. Now, this is the former Mid-America Commodities Exchange. And these X bracings, they are designed by Dr. Fazl Khan. Now, he was thought to be the Einstein of engineering. You see, these X bracings, they are the only support for the building. They also allow for it to have those massive windows. You see, it was home to a stock trading facility, and stock traders, they were trading across the river using hand signals. Looking back at the building today, you will see that they have zero respect for history, because today it is now home to a fitness center right next to a donut shop. Now, once we pass the bridge here, we are going to find the last of the Gateway Centers, one of my favorite buildings on the tour today, completed by James Stefano back in 1983. When he completed the building, he was criticized for putting zero ornamentations alongside the building. When we asked him why he did this, he said that he wanted to use the surrounding buildings as the ornamentation. Well, as we pass the bridge here, you're going to notice how the building reflects 300 South Wacker in a kaleidoscopic effect. This is able to happen using two types of glasses, convex and concave glasses. Now, this is the largest of the Gateway Centers. But as I mentioned early on in the tour, if you have ever seen the film, The Dark Knight, and you remember that opening scene when the Joker is robbing the bank, he is not robbing a bank. He's robbing our former main post office here. Completed by Graham Anderson Colson White back in 1933, the building is heavily influenced by that Art Deco style of architecture, and it's about 2.25 million square feet of space. Why do we need such a massive post office? Well, we were home to major catalog companies, Sears and Roebuck, Spiegel, Montgomery Ward. Unfortunately, the building, it has been abandoned since the year 1996. But about 8 years ago, in 2011, a British developer, he invested about $50 million into the building. He had huge plans for it, but they never saw the light of day because he did not get the financing that he wanted for the building. The building will now be home to Walgreens, Home Chef, will feature a 5-acre park on its top. The renovation process has already begun, starting with the windows. The building was also a proposed site for Amazon. I thought it was a prime location. Now, as we begin to pass this expressway bridge here, I do have to let you know that it is home to the Eisenhower here in the city of Chicago. Now, this bridge was completed back in 1955. But if you think about what I just mentioned, the post office was completed back in the 1930s. How does this happen? Well, it was part of Daniel Burnham's 1909 plan for the city of Chicago. For it to have a massive building, have a major expressway go through its center. There was no construction done on that post office back in the 1950s when the bridge was being completed. There was just a giant hole under the center of it for about 20 years. This called forward thinking. Now, I also mentioned that post office, that it has been abandoned since the year 1996. This is because that very same year, our new post office opened. You can get a glimpse of it to our right, the building with the green glass. Completed by Knight & Associates back in 1996, it's thought to be one of the most computer-automated post offices in the world. It's built with 3 pavilions and also a very beautiful interior lobby. Now, get this. They said that they wanted this lobby to be rented out for events, such as weddings, bar mitzvahs, things like that. Well, since this post office has been open since the year 1996, that lobby has been rented out 0 times. I mean, come on, really, who wants to get married in a post office? A meal-ordered bride? Looking off into the left side of the boat here, this area, this was known as Printer's Row. This is where all of the printing warehouses were located. They all moved southwest in the 1970s because it was cheaper to print there. This will be a very new neighborhood here in the city of Chicago, known as our South Bank area. We plan on adding over 3,700 new residences here. The first of our projects, to our left, Cooper at the South Bank, opened just last year in December. They're adding 2 more buildings, and recently, a Riverwalk. The South Loop is booming.
Is that where you want to go?
Now, at the moment, we are cruising south on the Chicago River. So I do have to let you all know that if we wanted to, we can take this boat all the way to New Orleans. Anyone up for a boat ride to New Orleans? It will be warmer. There is a bar downstairs. Now, in front of the boat to the left, you'll find another building completed by the student of Mies van der Rohe, Bertrand Goldberg. Now, this is River City, completed back in the 1980s. Now, his original plan for River City was to have 4 of these buildings, 180 down the south loop of the river and 17 behind. Now, let's move on all the If the city knew what they do today, they may want to reconsider. Now, it is another city within a city, having its own street-like atrium, climate-controlled park, fitness facility, and once again, the Cade Marina that we're passing. Now, typically on my tours, I do have guests tell me the building does resemble the Jetsons. Also, if you've ever visited DC, the Watergate building. Now, I do get mixed reviews on the building, so how do we feel? Thumbs up or thumbs down?
Yeah, it's cool. I'm just saying if you wanted a better view or something.
Now, once we cross the structure off into the right here, what I want you to do is, once it becomes visible, I want you to find the Marshall sign. Once you find it, you'll look to the right of it, and you'll find a red and white TV antenna out there in the distance. Now, why is this important? Well, this is where Mrs. O'Leary's barn was located, where the Great Chicago Fire started. Now, I will be taking one of my only breaks during the tour today. If you turn around, you'll get a chance to see why. This was the tallest building in the world when completed back in 1974. Formerly known as the Sears Tower, now known as the Willis Tower. Now, I will be taking about a 5 or 8 minute break. I'll be strolling around to see if you have any questions.
Yeah. You see the Marshall sign?
Sears.
Right there? Oh, that tower. Okay.
Willis. Oh, yeah,
They are adding a hotel addition to Navy Pier to make it a year-round attraction, and starting just this year in August, it is home to the largest rooftop bar here in the city of Chicago. Now at this time, if you do want to turn around and get that photo of what was voted one of the most beautiful skylines in the world, you can.
Right back.
That is one snazzy selfie stick.
Yes, it's a cell phone gimbal, so you know they usually have it for like regular cameras for movies and things.
Yeah.
Now, I did mention that Navy Pier was the second most visited attraction in the city. Now, there's number one most visited attraction in the city.
Alright guys, so that is the end of that video. That is the Chicago boat tour. Towards the end, it got a little too chilly for me. Yeah, I had to back out. So with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and close out this video. Thank you all for joining us. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification button. That way you can be notified every time we drop a video for you all, alright? Thank you for joining the TFX family. We love you, and we are out. Peace.
He's just like, no, with several things.
Alright guys, we are at Starbucks. Andrea act like she didn't want Starbucks, so she tried to bait me in by saying, I suppose you don't want Starbucks. And I say, well, you want Starbucks? She said, no, I don't want Starbucks. That's up here a lot. I beg your pardon? So yeah, she got her hair all down. If y'all haven't seen it yet, we just did a boat tour, and I'm gonna post that video, or it has been posted. Make sure you go check it out. Yeah, good boat tour in Chicago. So anyway, y'all bear with me. I'm trying to get used to this new gimbal that I bought for these type of vlogs, especially for this vlog. So just bear with me on it, okay? Still trying to learn it. It keeps doing its own thing sometimes, but we're working on it. So, what was your favorite part of the boat tour? The history? Was it his? Was it?
It brought context to all the stuff that you don't know what you see.
Yeah, that's true. Was it?
I know my hair was that big.
Yes, very big. Did you find his jokes funny?
They're corny, but
They were cool. Yeah, he was cool. How you doing?
hold on,
Yeah, but they probably have something at the airport, so depending on when we get there, we can take it on the plane. So I'd rather have mine fresh. So yeah, can I get a what was that I had? A white chocolate caramel latte. White chocolate latte with caramel, I guess. What size? Tall. And whip. Add the whip, baby. Baby, what drink do you want?
apple cider.
What size?
Tall is like.
Small.
No.
Okay, how many ounces is tall? 8 or 12? 12 is good. I'm over 35. I don't need all those extra ounces. Okay, so tall is good.
Did you want the whipped cream on top?
Yeah. Over 35, you some kind of drug like.
Can I get a name for you guys?
Chris.
Sure. Anything else?
That's it, brother. Oh wait, did you want something to eat? Okay, we good.
Your face kind of like you.
She confused. Yeah, she wanted. Well, she's trying to prepare for the morning. Did you want your lemon cake?
No.
Okay, so we're good.
Did you do your receipt, Chris?
Nah, we're good. Thank you, brother.
No problem. Have a good weekend.
You too. What?
Water too.
Sure. You want ice?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay, guys. So, jeez, my gimbal keeps doing whatever it wants to do. I'm trying to get used to this darn thing, man. It's so tough. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Okay, gimbal. All right. Yep, there we go. So we'll get back with you all later. We get ready to go to the hotel, the house, which is the hotel, and then we're going to go probably to the mall after that.
The water tower.
Mall.
That's the mall.
Okay, so yeah, we're going to the mall.
Yeah, I was just saying the name of it specifically.
Okay, so the water tower. But anyway, so we'll see y'all in a little bit. Hey. Close, like to the store or going downtown Dallas, it's gonna be 15-20 minutes everywhere you go. Everywhere you go.
But no, I'm talking about going to
a different state. Yeah, it's like
another
a city is like 4 hours.
At least.
Yeah, like Houston.
Here is not so crazy. Sometimes.
Yeah.
At least normally it's not so great here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're thinking about moving there about the last year, but the kids, they don't want to.
They don't want to move. And we are at Garrett's. This is going to probably be one of our last stops here in the water tower place. So this is probably going to end our vlog for Chicago. So tomorrow we head out at 4 p.m. I mean 4 a.m. Oh, we still got to go eat. So never mind. I'm not going to end the vlog here. You're right. We're going to go eat at the hotel. Okay. Okay, and yeah, I'll show you the menu here at Garrett's Popcorn Shop. As you can see, this is one of the world famous. They have nut caramel crisp, but this is all the popcorn down here. Buttery cheese corn, caramel crisp, hot cocoa caramel crisp, almond caramel crisp. Scoot over, babe. Pecan caramel crisp and cashew caramel crisp. So yeah, that's all the goodies they have. We got some for our family and ourselves, of course. Yeah, that'll be all for this portion. We just going to the accent shop to get some souvenirs, and then we'll be out. Limbo was under there. We didn't catch a crump, so we did. Thank you. You too. We got our popcorn now. You're picking up that big A bag. I didn't bring my gimbal, so I'm recording by using my hand, folks. I should really flip it to the face cam, the front facing camera. That way I can judge. Look at her. That's what she looked like in the background when she posted her Instagram photos. She's always posing. But yeah, I would say some of the stuff here in Chicago is much cheaper than Dallas. Like, I got the Chicago Bears hat. Y'all know I'm a Cowboys fan, but I always get hats if I go somewhere on vacation anyway. But yeah, it's cheaper here than it is in Dallas. So that's pretty cool. And now here we go to Accent Chicago and see if we can. I don't know. I got my souvenir, but we'll see. Maybe there's something for the house. Look, here's the bean. We didn't get to go see the bean, but they have a little memorabilia for it. It's a little piggy bank or something. And I can climb this one. Yeah, this one looks like a piggy bank because it got the front slot over here. Let me see underneath. Yep, got the plug for it.
I like this one because it says Chicago on it, and you know we always call bean, so I need to get him a bean. Gotta get him a bean.
How much is on the bottom?
$11.99. But it says Chicago on it too.
It's fine. Where are you gonna put it? So there we go. We got the Chicago bean. So we end up getting a souvenir. I'll tell you one thing, Chicago's skyline, hands down one of the most beautiful things I've seen. I thought Dallas was fire. You don't know fire until you go somewhere else, huh? They definitely got us beat by a mile. And the history of the buildings, and then the Magnificent Mile and the river, it's just so dope. Look, the snow globe. I might get this snow globe. This is the Navy Pier. They got all kind of buildings on here. Yeah. So I might do this. Hopefully my kids don't try to climb up and break it. I've never bought myself a snow globe. I think I bought one snow globe before in my life. I always want a snow globe, so yeah, I'm gonna start collecting snow globes. This is kind of dope. I like snow globes. It's my favorite time of the year, and it's just brings back childhood memories. Any hoot. They have a Christmas ornament here. It says Chicago with the skyline. Y'all want to see? Hello. Good. Yeah. So that's gonna be it, guys, for right now. I'm gonna go ahead and purchase this because I don't want to purchase nothing else. Oh, here's another Chicago snow globe. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, look, a bean snow globe. That's kind of dope. Right there in front of you, baby.
No, that's just a bean. Where's
Snow
the
globe.
Oh, at the bottom.
Oh my god.
I didn't realize that was a bean.
Yeah, it's a bean. Huh?
Oh, there's a bean.
For real? Oh, little bean.
Oh, but it's pink.
It's pink.
Oh.
Can't do the girl. Now leave it to Amber. She would do it.
She was so bad. She was like, "Whoop, sorry."
Talking about it. It's for, yeah. He's a baby. He's gender neutral. No. Look at that, guys. I might end up buying 2 snow globes. That one is all silver with glitter. I don't know if I like the glitter situation too much.
I don't know if you can tell if that's the bean though. It just looks
Yeah,
like the
you can tell. It's Chicago background there. But yeah, it'd be dope if they had a bigger one. Ma'am, are these the biggest snow globes you have?
Nope.
Can I see the bigger one?
The biggest one we have is a musical one.
Well, not the biggest one, but do y'all have like a medium-sized one? Compared, like that one that's over on that stand right there. Oh, that's the musical one?
Well, medium size, of course, like I said, it's the biggest one.
Okay. What song is that?
I have no idea.
How much is that? $39?
$34.99.
$34.99? So I can either get 2 of these for like $28, or I can get the medium-sized one that's very colorful. I kind of like the base of these though. These are kind of dope. Not gonna lie. So I might get this one, and I might get this one. I have 2. I can put it on both of my stands in the living room. You see, this one is just white snow, not all the glitter. It's 18 bucks. It's a little bit more than this one. We'll see, guys. I'll let y'all see it once it's in the house.